Good morning, students. Today we learn the concepts of torque, angular momentum, how it is represented as a vector, and what is its cross product, and how to find the direction of the torque and angular momentum. In the linear motion, generally, if a body wanted to move in the x axis motion or one dimensional motion, we require the force. Force is required to move the body. So that when force is applied on the body changes its position, it gains the velocity as well as momentum, linear momentum, and all that. So body can be moved. In the last class, we had seen that the displacement, velocity, all we had seen rotational analogy of that x with theta, v with omega, and a with alpha. Now here in the rotational, what is a corresponding analogy of the force? The force in the linear motion, and how do you express in the rotational motion? In the rotational motion, how do you express equivalent to the force? We will write it as torque, or which is called as a moment of force. Moment of force. We will simply represent it as a tau. This is a T like symbol tau, which is vector, which has direction also, which is vector. How do you explain and what is the significance of the torque or moment of force? We shall explain with a simple example. When you want to move the door, or when you want to open the door or close the door, now where do we apply the force, and how to move the door or how to rotate the door about an axis? Now this is a simple door. Actually, when you enter into the class or when you want to leave out of the class, generally we used to close the door. So these are called as hinges, and this is simply which is called as axis of rotation. Axis of rotation. Suppose when you apply the force over here, when you apply force over here in this direction, the distance from the axis, like hinges, we will call, these are called as hinges. The distance is called as perpendicular distance. You apply the force here, then door can be easily rotated about the hinges axis, either in the clockwise direction when you want to open the door. When you want to close the door, this is the force applying. When you want to open the door, this is the force applied. Suppose when you apply force here, no motion, no rotation, no rotation when you apply the force here. When you apply force at the hinges, when you apply force here, no rotation. So the when force is applied in a proper distance from the axis, it can be rotated, it can be closed or opened. This is a simple example where the moment of force or torque can be applied. Now how to define the torque? Let's see in the mathematical form also. Suppose a bottle is there, so we cannot open the lid of the bottle with a single finger. With a single finger we cannot, but we can open the lid of the bottle with two fingers. One, we can apply force over here, this is here, it can be opened. With a single force it cannot be as much as easy that you can do with the two fingers. So this is called as a couple of force. Couple of force which is applied in the, just like a car steering, we will use two hands to rotate the car steering about an axial axis. Similarly, the couple of forces, moment of force, we will generalize it as a torque. So when you want to discuss about the torque, one is called force is required, other one is perpendicular distance or the angle, whether you apply in this direction or in this direction or in this direction, which is important, that is also important. The distance and force, the angle between them theta, these are playing important role in determining the magnitude of the torque. So what we can write it as the rotational equivalent, rotational analogy of the force is equal to moment of force. Here F is equal to, we will write ma in the linear. Now F with torque can be written. Now what m referred and what acceleration referred? We know that the acceleration in the last class, that I can be replaced as alpha. Now what is this m? In the next classes we will come to know that what exactly m replaces in the rotational. If a force on a single particle, let us constrain on let us limit to first particle, then we apply whole body of the rigid body for all the particles. First we observe that the moment of force or torque on a single particle, on a single particle at a point, we choose a point whose position with respect to whose position with respect to origin. Let's say, let us draw a simple frame of reference and we apply force on a body, we calculate perpendicular distance. Now how to write the torque? Torque tau is equals to, it is a cross product of r and f. What is r? It is a position vector which is a force, this one. So r cross f, or we will write it as tau is equal to r f sin theta. Tau has a direction perpendicular to the plane of r and f. So if we choose that r and f as a one plane perpendicular to that, making 90 degrees, the torque has that direction. Say this is a simple in a body, particularly we choose a point P with respect to the frame of reference coordinate axis, and from this we will write that the particular point is chosen in such a that the distance from the origin is r, which is called r vector, and at that particular point on the body we try to make it rotate. So ultimately we apply force. When you apply the force, it can be rotated about on the z axis here. Now you can apply force in the different directions. Based on the direction, it will produce a clockwise torque or anti-clockwise torque, that depends on the force applied. Let's see that this is the force. Let's see that this is the force applied. Now r to f, we may measure the angle. This is vector r vector. Now how to write? We will extend this one. This is called as force direction applied. You can extend it also, the direction cannot be changed, right? Now if you are extending this r vector, now this is theta, so this is force. Now what is this? This is also theta, both are having same theta and theta. Now what is the perpendicular vector can be drawn? This is exactly making 90 degrees, 90 degrees with this. This is called as perpendicular to the force. But how to write it? We write in terms of the distance. That perpendicular to the force, which is the distance, if you write it, choose this as Q, triangle OPQ, which is right angle triangle, which is called as right angle triangle. So sin theta is equal to, for this is opposite, let's say some x by hypotenuse r, and x is equals to r sin theta. So x is equal to r sin theta. Here perpendicular distance to the force is r sin theta, or sin theta. How to write the definition of the torque? Torque is equal to force into perpendicular distance, force into perpendicular distance. So tau is equal to F into r sin theta. R tau is equal to r f sin theta. We will write in the cross product form. Tau is equal to r cross f. We will write vector notations. Or we will write torque is equal to perpendicular force into distance. Means if you observe it from this, perpendicular force is f sin theta into r. Right, we will write it as again tau is equal to rf sin theta. In any way, the torque. Now how to represent the direction of the torque? How? This is simple in a language. This is a r, this is force. Let's say, now what is this? This is a simple direction of, this is a plane, one axis, other axis. The perpendicular to both of them is, this is simply perpendicular to both of them, either into the plane. That depends upon the direction of r to f. We measure the angle theta from r to f. So r to f we measure the angle. Okay, so that decides, again, the torque can be positive, torque can be negative. Torque can be positive, torque can be negative. Based on the problem we will identify it. Now how to define angular momentum of a particle? Let's constrain or limit it to particle first, then later we expect it or extend it for a body. In the linear motion, the linear momentum means we will refer it as P. A body having mass moves in a one direction with velocity, it gains momentum, which is called as P is equal to m v. Right? Now, how to consider in the rotational analogy? Rotational, how to define the term? Simply, rotational means which is will not consider it as rotational momentum, we will call it as angular momentum. Here we see that r cross p, perpendicular distance into momentum. What is the perpendicular distance? R sin theta. We will get it as rp sin theta. Or distance into perpendicular momentum, you will write it as r into p sin theta, rp sin theta. Both you will get the same. When you apply differentiation dl by dt, so dl by dt r cross p. So generally we apply differentiation of u into v method, u into dv by dt plus v into du by dt. Here the cross product is there, and accordingly dr by dt cross p plus p plus r cross dp by dt. First we have taken dr by dt, second time we have taken dp by dt. So dr by dt, the rate of change of position vector, which is velocity v cross b, we will write it here. Now r cross f. What is v cross b? So v means velocity, p means momentum. Again m is a constant, will take outside with remains with v cross v, that is equals to 0. Right? Now finally what we write? R cross f. R cross f means which is called as torque. R cross f is torque. In the last session we observed that R cross f is a torque moment of force, which is like a couple of force. So rate of change of angular momentum, which is written as torque or R cross f. The rate of change of linear momentum, which is called as force actually. The rate of change of angular momentum, which is called as torque. This is torque, this is force. The rotational analogy of the force is torque. The rotational analogy of momentum is angular momentum. Now see that when you write L is equal to rp sin theta, if theta is equal to 0, the angle between r and p, momentum vector and position vector is 0. Otherwise anti-parallel, means 180 degrees. Simply this is r vector and this is a p vector. Now what happens? 180 degrees. Now angular momentum becomes 0. Or when you apply r vector and when you body goes with this one, the angular momentum becomes 0, no rotation. In this case, no rotation. So no rotation analogy, angular momentum becomes 0. Linear momentum still present, angular momentum becomes 0. When r is equal to 0, thus if exactly you consider that r vector over here, now angular momentum becomes 0. Velocity is 0, angular momentum becomes 0. These are the three simple conditions where the angular momentum becomes 0. Here the rate of change of angular momentum is torque. Here the angular momentum and torque for a system of particles. Generally the angular momentum of system of the particle, generally we have considered only one particle. In case of many particles are considered, we will add vectorially the angular momentum of individual particles. Suppose if which is called L1 and L2, L3 are the angular momenta. Angular momenta of the particles. Angular momentum of the particles, then the total angular momentum of system of the particles is equal to L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus so on up to the number of particles if we consider Ln. Simply we will write it as summation over I is equal to 1 to n, where Li can be considered. So if you are considering that ith particle angular momentum is equal to r, the ith particle distance cross that particular pth particle, means ith particle angular momentum. This is Ri cross Pi, right? So how to write this? Li is equals to Ri cross Mvi. Of course, you will write it as mass of the ith particle also can be considered. Now L is equals to, now how to write? Summation I is equal to 1 to n Ri cross Pi. So this is for a system of particles, all body like system of particles. Apply differentiation dl by dt is equal to d by dt of summation of I y is equal to 1 to n Li. How to write? dl by dt, which is written as d by dt summation r cross p, Ri Pi, right? Now how to write this one? dl by dt is equals to, we will write it as summation over r cross p. Again we will write it as dp by dt, which is called as tau I, which is called as tau, total angular momentum differentiation, which is called as tau I. So how to write this one? We will here also write it as r cross summation over differentiation is applied, r cross dp by dt is fi, r cross f, which is called as tau, dl by dt is equal to this one. What is Fi here? This is ith particle force, right? Now summation Fi, let us say, which is actually external forces, which are called as external forces, right? Now the force like Fi on the ith particle is a vector sum of the external forces acting on the particle. Internal forces, what about the contribution of internal forces? In the last session we also observed that internal forces gets cancelled in the center of mass, and it's determining the location. Similarly here we separate the contribution of the external forces and internal forces. How? Tau is equals to summation over tau I, which is called as Ri cross Fi. Now how to write? The tau external torque, tau internal torque. What is mean by tau internal? Tau internal is equals to summation r cross f. So Ri is there, f internal forces. Now according to Newton's third law, the force between any two particles of the system equal and opposite, but directed along the line joining the two particles. What happens in this case? The contribution of the internal forces to the torque on the system is zero, because the force on the one body and reaction force on the other body in the opposite direction gets cancelled. The contribution of internal forces within rigid body is zero. So the internal torque cannot be taken into account. Internal torque obviously becomes zero. Here when you write it as dl by dt over here, which is tau I. Tau I means which is called as dl by dt, which is called as tau external. This is ith particle, don't be confused with ith particle. So here when you write internal int, right? This is a simple discussion about rate of change of angular momentum and determination of the torque. Here how to write the units of uh, torque. Torque has formula rf sin theta. So this r is meter and force is newton, total is newton meter. Now this newton meter, which is already we know that equal to the unit of work and energy. Of course joule is also there. Now what is the dimension formula? Same that of the torque as well as work and energy have same dimensions, same units, ml square t power minus 2. Now how to define the direction of the torque? This is r vector, position vector. When you apply the force over here, then what happens? This wrench is there, you apply force on it. You apply force on it. How to? When you this fixed now wrench is there, now what happened? This is a rotation. So this is a force applied direction, now clockwise rotation. When you apply force over here, then this is called as clockwise rotation, this is called as anti-clockwise rotation. So this is anti-clockwise torque and this is clockwise torque. The torque might be positive, negative, that depends on the force which we apply in a particular direction. However, we will take the angle from r to f. R to f we will consider. Generally wrenches are there, we used to apply the force, then in order to rotate the or loosen that bolt or tighten the bolt. Yes, here the simple problem we have to show that the angular momentum about any point of a single particle moving with a constant velocity, throughout the motion, saying that we have to prove it angular momentum remains same. This is a point where this is called velocity v. Of course, when you choose v, this is mv. I will write it as momentum vector p. Right now, when you choose point over here, same v, p vector. Right now, we will try to write origin from this is origin. Now this is r vector. R vector means r vector is there, p vector is there. Now r to p is the angle. R to p is the angle. What is that? Angular momentum, which is equal to r cross p, is equal to r cross mv, which is equal to mv r sin theta. Right, so here m is fixed, v is fixed, r is fixed, so that remains that angular momentum is constant. This is also fixed. Choose another location which is moving forward here. This is O. Now how to write here? This is another vector. This is r vector, right? Now the same like you draw it. R vector, again in this case you will write mvr sin theta. Theta remains same, velocity remains same, r same, m same. So here L is also constant. When body moves with a constant velocity and angle remains the same, angular momentum is also same. Right? Now next class we will see that equilibrium of the rigid body, translational equilibrium, rotational equilibrium, how these conditions are satisfied, and how to apply torque tau z is 0. Let's see in the next class. Thank you.